Hey folks, it is Jordan from VGC here with some gameplay of XDefiant. XDefiant is Ubisoft's new shooter. It just released free to play yesterday, if you managed to get into the game that is, because the servers got absolutely smashed. People have been playing XDefiant for a little while in sort of early access and betas and things like that, so there's probably a decent chance you've already been able to try it. But yeah, XDefiant, it's kind of Ubisoft's crossover shooter, so it combines all the different kind of Tom Clancy verse brands into one shooter. So you can play as the Cleaners from The Division. Everybody remembers the Cleaners, they love them. You can play as like Echelon from Splinter Cell. You can play as Dedsec from Watch Dogs. All this stuff that's like, these games all feature people shooting guns. We could probably combine them into some kind of first-person shooter. That part of it's strange, and you'll see from the menus that despite having all of these licenses and the ability to kind of get really strange with it, they don't. You're essentially just playing as people cosplaying as characters from these universes. You're not playing as Aiden Pierce in his iconic hat, for example. You're not playing as Sam Fisher, although obviously, as with all of these things, it will get to the point where you probably can play as Sam Fisher for a nominal fee. You probably can play as Marcus from Watch Dogs 2 for a nominal fee. But that aside, the gameplay. So, first-person shooter, kind of hero-based, each different kind of class or group of characters has an ultimate, which you can see in the bottom middle there, and two abilities. Your left bumper ability is usually like a kind of class specific item or one use kind of thing. So this character here has a shield, and on the right bumper we have a grenade. When you play the Echelon, when you hit the left bumper you go invisible, that kind of idea. The shooting itself, it feels pretty good. So obviously, first person shooter, you're going to compare it to Call of Duty. It doesn't feel as good as Call of Duty, okay? The shooting does not feel as good as the best feeling shooting, which is a real shame. Ignore the fact that I'm playing absolute dog water here. But it still feels alright. Like, it doesn't feel like a non-shooter company making a shooter. I say Ubisoft's a non-shooter company, but I mean they make all those Far Cry games, and they made Graw back in the day. But yeah, it's fun. The guns feel good. That's really the litmus test. Do the guns feel good? The time to kill is longer than Call of Duty, but not stupidly long, where you feel like you're going through like clips and clips to get kills. The variety of weapons pretty decent. You get you get like 6 or 7 loadouts preset, and then as you use those guns, you level up those guns. So if you're not interested in SMGs, you're not wasting kind of your experience on that. It's the weapon XP system has been something that's been going for a little while now in shooters, and I think it works better because, as you can see, I'm doing absolute bits with this marksman rifle here, and as such, well, I died there, and as such I'm getting upgrades specifically for that marksman rifle. It comes with a battle pass as well. The battle pass is about £8, I think. It's entirely free to play otherwise, which I think is the move. You could see a world where Ubisoft charged full price for this last generation, but get it into people's hands, make them buy Sam Fisher. I would buy Sam Fisher if he was available right now, and just see how they get on. It's weird. I am enjoying it. It feels like it's either going to be Ubisoft's next For Honor, in the sense that they will be talking about it at conferences for, oh my god, my shooting is terrible. They'll be talking about it at conferences for the next 10 years, or it's going to be like a tough pub quiz answer in terms of like, oh, do you remember when Ubisoft made that shooter where you could play in the mall from The Division, where you could play in Noodle, which is the Watch Dogs universe version of Google. You can, like, there's a clip later on where we're playing on what is essentially the Noodle campus, kind of playing off the Google campus. But Ubisoft has a decent track record of supporting stuff that doesn't seem to blow up immediately. I mean, I say Ubisoft's not a shooter company when they literally have Rainbow Six Siege, so that's I always forget that is them because it seems so like on Ubisoft. So I mean, they supported Rainbow Six Siege when it came out, did okay, was a bit of a disappointment, and now they still support it, and that's like, what, 10 years later, 12 years later, one of the biggest Twitch streamers in the world got their start doing Rainbow Six Siege stuff. So I could see them supporting this. I wonder if this is a case of they see the popularity of Siege, they know how to support a live game, but Siege is pretty hardcore, so they're like, we need something in that Call of Duty space where people can just pick it up and play and not really think about it. I think it'll... I think it'll do okay. There's not... It's a weird time for it to come out, like end of May. Obviously, shooters never end, so like Call of Duty is still got Warzone seasons coming out. The new Call of Duty, which we assume is like Gulf War or Black Ops 6 or whatever, will be out end of October. So it's got the whole summer to try and carve a bit of an identity, and I think it could do it. It's got a decent amount of modes. Like we end up playing like 3 games of domination in this video, but it's also got control, which is like the Overwatch style, like get behind. In this case, it's like a Boston Dynamics like robot dog, and like, escort that to the point. It's got like a few other kind of similar modes, like a floating point kind of mode. So you just saw there that guy I killed. He had his ultimate. Some of the ultimates seem much better than others. One of them, when you play as Echelon, which is the Splinter Cell faction, you use your ultimate and you can see everyone on the map, which is obviously massively overpowered. And a lot of people play as Echelon. You can see there that character, I can't remember what they're called. I think they may be like a Far Cry faction, but they get a huge boost in health and time to kill being what it is. The boost in health is huge. So you see there, that kind of character. Like, that could be Sam Fisher. Just give him a beard. You get a better look at them here. The default kind of Echelon lady, the strange paramilitary. I presume there's someone from the Ghost Recon Wildlands games, but I never played those. Well, I played like a bit of the first one, but Ubisoft has enough of these weird, disparate franchises that something like this kind of makes sense. Obviously, you have all the different locations that will make for maps. So you see here, it says like Tom Clancy's The Division, as if it's like each map gets introduced from the game that it's from, like it's Smash Brothers or something. So it's Libertad, it is from Far Cry. So this character you see from Splinter Cell series would be nice if they actually made the new Splinter Cell game. But if you're going to put the Far Cry characters in it, that just means that like eventually we're going to get to the point where you're going to put Pagan Min and Vaz and all these. I mean, they put the Far Cry baddies in absolutely everything, so I don't know why they wouldn't. But yeah, this footage goes for another like half an hour, so I will let you watch it. It's free to play. If you want to go and check it out, we'll have more on the podcast on Friday. But so far, pretty decent. I'm having hot and cold games with it. Sometimes I'm absolutely ripping it up with a marksman rifle, and others I'm getting my hole punched. So yeah, hot and cold so far. But it's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be something that I downloaded and played 2 games of and deleted. But it's more fully featured. The maps look good. Like, this could be a Call of Duty map. Like, it's very densely packed. It's well themed. Yeah, I think it's got a good shot. It being completely free to play with like, they've got like founders packs for like 30, 40 quid or whatever is the move. Oh my god, I'm terrible at shooting. Yes, but until then, remember, subscribe to VGC, leave a comment if you're interested in XDefiant, and we will see you next time.
Friendly's going for Zone B.
Active camo!
Capture zone contested. Capture zone secured. Hostiles on the scope in Zone B. Friendly's going for Zone B. Capture zone contested. Loadout updated. Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar goggles. Zone compromised. Zone secured. I'm detecting hostiles on Zone C. Zone B is vulnerable.
Reloading!
Friendly's locking down Zone C. All zones in enemy hands. Take them back. Capture zone secured. Zone contested. Going for B.
Can anyone provide first aid?
They're on Zone C. Mission's in jeopardy, Agent. We're taking A. Zone B is vulnerable. Zone contested. Capture zone secured. Friendly's moving on C. Zone A under assault. Secure all the zones. This should be familiar territory. Hostiles hold all capture zones. Start making some noise, Agent. This is a rough op, but you're a pro. You'll bounce back. We're taking A. Zone secured. Allies on B. Ultra ready for deployment. Zone C compromised.
See you!
I'll start filling out the mission failure report. Get a head start on the bookkeeping. Zone compromised. Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands. That was hardly by the book, Agent. Domination. This op's a bit raucous for the Echelon playbook, but I'm sure you'll manage. Three, two, one. Your mission is to secure the capture zones. Friendlies capturing Zone A. Friendlies going for Zone B. Capture zone secured. Loadout updated. Zone secured. Hostiles on the scope in Zone B. Enemy neutralized. Capture zone contested.
Changing mags!
You're down, but never out, Agent. You got this. Team capturing Zone C. Capture Zone A is at risk. Friendlies capturing Zone A. Capture zone secured. Hostiles on the scope in Zone B. Friendlies going for Zone B. Allies on B. Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar goggles. Friendlies moving on C.
Engaging camo!
Zone contested. Zone B is vulnerable. We're on track for mission success. Take the zones, keep the zones. You know the mission.
Opening a can of healer! Swapping knives! Can anyone provide first aid?
Friendlies locking down Zone C. Zone B is vulnerable. You got this. Anything the hostiles do now is likely too little, too late. Zone contested. The brass will never say it, so I will. Good job, Agent.
Let's do this.
Domination. A game of move it or lose it. Three, two, one. Take all the zones. Dominate them. A crew's moving on Zone A. Allies capturing Zone B. Zone's ours.
Engaging camo.
Capture zone contested. Sanitize. Friendly's moving on Zone C. We got it. Trespassers on Zone A. Scumbags on Zone C. Burn them out.
Cover me.
A crew's moving on Zone A. We got it.
Engaging camo.
They're on Zone B. Light them up. Trespassers on Zone A.
Got that napalm you requested.
Can anyone provide first aid?
They're on Zone B. Light them up. Friendly's moving on Zone.
Cover me.
Allies capturing Zone B.
Active camo.
Trespassers on Zone A. Zone's ours.
Nothing clicks like burning.
I need.
The bad guys got all the zones. Go scorch some earth. We're on C.
Nothing clicks like burning. I'm in bad shape.
Changing mags.
Our guys are going for B. Take all the zones, then keep them. That's the work order. When things get tough, remember your training. Apply the fire to the bad guys.
Reloading.
Ah, the new loadout smell. We're on A. Zone up for grabs. Troops moving on B. Ultra ready.
Engaging camo.
Zone's ours.
Let's scorch some earth.
Bad guys are moving. Enemy sonar goggles active. Little cheetah.
Nothing clicks like burning. Help! I'm dying here.
Zone contested. Look out. Enemy spy doing that.
Nothing clicks like burning. Got that nade shot we requested.
Taking B. We're losing C. Capturing A. Enemy crew's got all the zone. Take them back. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Whatever. You lost. Took out the trash.